There is so much construction happening at Walt Disney World right now, it can be extremely difficult to keep track of it all, but that being said, construction is still rolling along, so in today's video I'm going to give you my predicted dates and predicted time frames for certain attractions, resorts, and transportation options coming soon to Walt Disney World. Before I dive in, just know that none of these dates have been confirmed by Disney at the time of filming. These are my predictions, so please do not plan your entire vacation simply around a date that I give you here, because Disney might change their mind last minute. Even if I get it right, they might need a new part, construction update, we never know. So plan the vacation that works for you, and then Disney will confirm when they confirm. Let's start with an area that has gotten a lot of hype all around the globe, Star Wars Galaxies Edge. Disney has been working on these areas for years. We heard rumors, then we saw the concept art, we saw the models, and now we've seen construction for years, and they're both going to open this year in 2019. Although this video is all about the opening dates of attractions and transportation options at Walt Disney World, I want to start with Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and you'll see it might relate to the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Disney World. The opening time frame for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Disneyland has been confirmed for a little while now, summer of 2019. Disney has officially said that, they haven't said more. From that time frame, let's try and estimate an exact day when Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy's Edge may open. Summer officially begins June 21st, 2019 and ends September 21st, 2019. So it's somewhere in there. By the way, those are the official astrological dates. I know that the summer may feel like it starts earlier for us, but those are the official dates on the calendar. Knowing that's all that's confirmed, perhaps Disney has already somewhat leaked the information. Let's keep that date in mind, June 21st, 2019, and take a closer look at the annual passes for Disneyland. Last year in 2018, the Disneyland Deluxe Annual Pass allowed guests to go to the park throughout the month of June, minus the weekends. But now comparing those dates to the ones in 2019, the blackout dates have totally shifted. After June 20th, 2019, annual pass holders to Disneyland cannot go back into the parks until August 19th, 2019. Is this a coincidence? Maybe, it might be. Disney is definitely well known for adding more blackout dates to certain passes to alleviate some of those crowds during the more crowded time of year, or maybe this is Disney's indication that something new is coming soon. In addition, Bob Iger himself, the CEO of the Disney company, let it slip during an interview with Barron's that they will begin inviting guests to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland starting in June of 2019. Given all of this information, my prediction for the opening day of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Disneyland is somewhere between the 20th and 23rd of June. It's likely that Disney will open the park to only media one day before the general public, maybe the 19th, 20th, or 21st, and then the public gets in the day after. By the way, Disney, if you're looking for someone to, maybe possibly vlog media day, don't be afraid to give me a call. Let's imagine for a moment that I got that date exactly right. If that is the case, when can we expect Disney to announce it? If we look at Disney's track record for the announcement of an opening date versus the opening date itself for a relatively similar sized land, let's say Pandora World of Avatar, because it's the closest one I can think of in recent years, Disney actually announced that it would be opening on May 27th back in February during their Q1 earnings call, February 7th, 2017. That's 109 days before the official opening day. If we consider a similar time frame between 100 and 110 days before the official opening date, when would Disney announce it if my date is correct of June 21st, 2019? Oh, would you look at that, it's the first week of March, making this video quite timely, so we should know relatively soon if Disney plans to keep with a similar time frame. That being said, there is another train of thought. There are some who believe that Disney will wait until the last minute to announce the opening day. Bob Iger even joked that he may just be able to tweet out that the opening day was a certain day and that would be enough, simply because there is so much hype around the globe for these new areas. I know it's a lot of information to consider, but I wanted to give you a bit of context to my prediction of June 21st, 2019 for the opening day of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Disneyland. That's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Disneyland, but what about Walt Disney World? Well, for that one we have far less information. The official opening time frame for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Walt Disney World is fall of 2019. This year, fall is between September 21st 21st and December 23rd, 2019. So it's going to be somewhere in there, but where? If we use the same strategy that we used for Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World, unfortunately it doesn't work the same way, simply because the blackout dates for the annual passes, the Silver one, Gold, and even Weekday Select, all end on December 19th, 2019, which is not very different than the usual. Now that being said, we still might be able to get some information out of this, simply because, and I'm just theorizing here, maybe Disney is scheduling the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge around a busier time of year. And if we consider June 21st, 2019, that's a very busy time to be at Disneyland, no doubt about it, even if there wasn't a new land opening. At Walt Disney World, what would be a busy time during the fall? Well, you know what? December 20th, 2019 would be rather busy. Now I know what you might be thinking, Michael, why would Disney schedule the opening of these extremely highly anticipated new lands during some of the most crowded times of year at Walt Disney World? Your guess is as good as mine, but if I had to guess, I would say maybe they want a picture of all of these crowds and to build the hype and a lot of people going and they're all able to get off work, or maybe they're just looking to break a record for the longest wait time for a ride ever, which I wouldn't be surprised if they broke. I have no idea what it is, but that being said, it definitely lines up during a crowded time in the summer for Disneyland, a crowded time in the fall at Disney World. So given the extremely limited information that we have about the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Walt Disney World, my prediction is December 19th, 2019. We'll see if it comes true. So much for the easy ones. Now on to the trickier ones. And you might be thinking, Michael, those were the easier ones? Yes, those in fact were easier simply because they're so much larger. Disney is so good at keeping secrets that we're not really able to figure out what the dates are, except for something like annual pass blackout dates and ticket changes. When Disney has a smaller opening like a gondola or just one attraction, it's so much more difficult to predict. But let's see how close we can get. Let's continue on with the Skyliner first, and Disney's new gondola system is up and running right now. They are testing the gondola right now between the Riviera Resort and Hollywood Studios, and while it might look completely done from the ground, there is still a lot of work to do. Not in terms of getting the gondolas to Walt Disney World, but they have to put them on the cables, they have to continue testing, they have a lot of work to do in some of the stations, so there's still quite a bit to do. But that being said, they are coming along extremely quickly, and Disney has given us an official time frame of fall of 2019. Knowing that fall of 2019 is the official time frame and seeing how fast they are coming along, it's easy to predict one thing: they will be in full operation before Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens. Beyond that, it's anyone's best guess, and my guess is October 1st, 2019, very close to the beginning of fall. That way, Disney can take full advantage of the gondola system once Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens. It'll give guests 3 months to get acclimated to them, give them a try for the first time, and then when Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens, it'll be running at full steam. Next up, we have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Bob Chapek announced at Destination D that the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway should be opening in about a year. That should put it right around fall 2019. The exact date could be anywhere between September and November, but given the fact that Disney loves celebrating their anniversaries, I'm guessing either late September or October 1st. Next, we have a group of attractions and locations, including the new Tron Light Cycle ride being built in the Magic Kingdom, the new Play Pavilion recently announced to go in the Wonders of Life Pavilion, and the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster in Epcot. I predict all of these locations will open right around summer of 2021, before the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom. The Remy Ratatouille ride being built in the France Pavilion of Epcot I think might be an exception to those three, simply because I've heard it's going to be finished a little bit before those other 3 locations, so maybe summer or fall of 2020. We'll see. The Wonderful World of Animation, the new fireworks and projection show coming to Hollywood Studios, has already been confirmed by Disney for May of 2019. I'm going to say May 10th, 2019, because that's my birthday. Let's not forget about the 2 new fireworks shows coming to Epcot. They've both been confirmed by Disney. The first one should be coming to us around fall of 2020, and the new one, the permanent replacement, should be arriving in late 2021, but that's all that's confirmed right now. I predict that first show should be ready on October 1st, 2019, again in line with that anniversary of Epcot, just because that's the only information we have to go off of right now, and then the new show after that, the permanent replacement, should be ready October 1st, 2020. Again, on that anniversary. Let's not forget about those new resorts that Disney is building all over Walt Disney World. The first one that comes to mind for me is the Riviera Resort. Disney has already confirmed that it is open for guests to book starting on December 15th, 2019. In addition, Disney has confirmed that Gran Destino Tower at Coronado Springs is almost done as well and is available for guests to book reservations starting in July of 2019. That just leaves Reflections, the new nature resort that was recently announced by Disney, and that one's a bit more complex. Considering the fact that this is a relatively new announcement and construction hasn't even really started, this is impossible to predict. That being said, if we look at Bay Lake Tower, which is a relatively new addition at Walt Disney World, it has 428 rooms and took 3 years to build it. Reflections has double the number of rooms. It will definitely take at least 3 years, if not longer. It's very easy for me to say that this brand new resort will be finished after the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Last but not least, I want to make a prediction about the new monorails coming to Walt Disney World. We've heard conflicting reports about the new monorails for the longest time. Some say we won't see them for 5+ years, others say that Disney has already ordered them. It's impossible to know for sure, but we did see a recent render by Disney of the new entrance of Epcot, and if you look very carefully, those are the current monorails. Does this mean that the current monorails will still be in operation when the new entrance of Epcot is complete? I'm not so sure about that. This could easily be just a trick by Disney where they put the older monorails on the line to kind of throw us off, and by the time the new entrance is done, the new monorails might be there. I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm just hopeful that we see the new monorails by the 50th anniversary. Those are my predicted opening dates and time frames. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think I'm on track, or do you think Disney will surprise us? And what do you think of Star Wars Galaxies Edge Disneyland? Do you think Disney will let us know very, very soon, or wait till the last minute? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.